Shut up, I know I'm predictable. I know that you guys called, that I immediately logged off and was like, yeah, I can spend 10, I can spare 10 bucks. Game's on sale. And so I bought it. Let's continue on. Alright, so I've already done this at this point. Alright, what awaits your future? Let's find out. I've already done all of this stuff. And I'm hoping I've still got some growing to do because, well, I'm not quite ready to do crap of anything yet. Let's see.
Leaving my hometown behind,
Oh, talkie
I
time.
set out for the capital of the empire. There, I would discover my role in society.
Okay, I was not prepared for talkie time. How about you leave the talkie time to me? I think I have made it quite clear that I am the superior vocal actor in this performance. I have done how many voices, and every one of them has been stellar. So leave that to me. Thank you very much. Chapter 3, Youth. I don't like cane walkie, dude. Reminds me too much of, no, I don't like you, unless you're me. Then I'm okay with you. Alright, leaving home, the driver flicks the reins. The carriage slowly sways and it starts moving away from your home. Stick your head out the window and wave goodbye to your family. Nathan is running after the carriage with Tomas's younger brother in tow. Tears are glistening in your eyes. It hurts to leave your home behind. Ahead lies Eterna, the imperial capital. You've often read about it and heard stories from Father and Stefan. It's a city that surpasses Anazote enormously in terms of size and age, wealth and beauty. But what is it really like? Sorry if I have to take quite a few breaks to slug down some water. I'm still sick. Yes, it's all in the same day. Shut up. Past the old walls of Anazote, somewhere within them is the old fortress you and Tomas built together out of wooden planks, now left to take care of your younger brothers. You two are adults now. Perhaps your fortress will crumble, now abandoned, or perhaps your brother will continue what you started. Who knows? Probably not. He's probably too busy getting absolutely smoked out on weed. You look down at your hands, your knuckles covered in scars from street antics, fingers stained with ink. Mother gave you a cross to wear away from home, and now you feel its warmth against your chest. But your family counts on you, even though they all wish a different future for you. But they all line behind you in Anazote. From now on, only you will decide which road you will take. This is a journey prepared for throughout your entire childhood. Ahead of you lie many years in the capital, years that will determine your fate and place in society. Oh boy, you guys ain't ready for no burp. Path of the Lotless. Ooh! Ooh! I like the sound of that. You remain in a common estate with no choice but to fend for yourself and to make your own way in the world. Nah. We couldn't do that. We're that would, ooh. Wow, okay. So, I'm going to call it right now. We are probably going to end up in the path of the Lotless. You left your hometown to study the imperial capital. What life awaits for you in Eterna? What will you study? What will you go to be? Are you await you in a place of society? Yeah. That's all stuff we read already. No. I don't want to know this yet. I don't want to know what they are. I want to just stumble across them. Alright, so this is where we are right now. Diplomacy, I'm still unknown. The theology, I'm not going to get much further. I might get up to a follower, but I'm not thinking I'm going to get much higher than that. Manipulation, I'd like to get up to clever. I don't want to be a con artist. Let's see what we got. I would like to get my battle up to Seasoned Warrior if I could. Eloquence. I don't need a lot. Silver Tongued would be nice, at least. I don't really need anything higher than that, I don't think, but we'll find out. Alright, 16 years old. I cannot believe how much I've played this game in one weekend. It takes a whole month to reach Eterna. You and Tomas spend the days wagging your chins and staring at the scenery as your carriage makes its way along the road and towards the next province. Soon it crosses from the familiar barren, arid lands of Magra to the stately mountains of Ilaria. During one of your many stays at a roadside inn, two of you even managed to share a whole bottle of... Whoa, kid! I mean, you're an adult now, but daggum. The two of you even managed to share a whole bottle of strong wine and keep it a secret from the servant who drives the carriage. Daggum. Adult life feels... I'm not even going to say that. So I'll tell you, we'll be there. And I'll earn my sword and soon I'll get accepted into the military academy, you'll see. And then nobody's going to walk all over me like I'm some commoner. You keep rehearsing everything they taught you in school. Soon, you are almost at the end of your long journey. You have left behind the arid rocks of Magra, the mountains of Elira, and the flooded meadows of Archnia. Eterna, the capital, is right at hand. Situated at the junction between Reglata and Taurina rivers. Gosh, these names. 3 majestic stone bridges kept its 3 shores interconnected. Smooth stone paves the main city streets. Gilded moldings decorate the buildings. Towering pillars reach high into the sky. Your carriage takes you past a spacious park with marble fountains and intricately trimmed bushes. On the street you see ornately decorated carriages bearing Archnean coats. Unusual sights, spires of ancient temples dot the city skyline. Big city stuff. I care less about big city stuff. I need to know some of it, but I don't care so much. The carriage comes to a halt on a large city square with a towering marble fountain. The coachman says you have arrived. Tomas is to apply to the military academy. The academy barracks are 2 streets away. Your lodging house is in the alleyway nearby. A room has already been reserved for you. So what am I doing? I'm going to like their version of a college. You get onto the street and say brief goodbyes to each other. You promise to meet up again after the entrance exams. Then your friend disappears into the crowded streets of the capital. I have a fear that Tomas is not going to be the same person that I'm saying goodbye to right now. It's so loud. You are left to your own devices in this vast city. A group of nobles walk past. They are dressed in well-fitted clothing decorated with gems and golden thread. You are not even noticed. Street urchins chase a dog down the alleyway. Soldiers of the Imperial Legion are marching to fifes and drums towards the barracks. Humble pilgrims gather in the great temple of the twins. There are sounds and fountains and smells of baked bread and garbage drains. I'm just going to let you guys read this for a little bit, because if you want to read all of this, you can go ahead and pause it and read it, because I need to preserve my throat as much as possible, and I'm only going to be able to do 1 episode right now. Take my jokes excitedly. Man, now I need to pee. Might be a good idea to make their acquaintance. Who is this again? Tell me, really. Some young nobles. Alright, so I'm starting with nothing right now. Unlike before, where I had siblings to fall back on to introduce me to the world. I have nothing right now, so I'll have to do all of this stuff as discovery. Okay. Loud music. No. Hitting on the loud music. Distracts your movement. The servants have just opened up the shutters to a hall. This seems to be gathering inside. People from various estates greet each other as they take their seats. A servant by the door of the establishment hails you. Sir Gert. Gert. I can just see them like being introduced by somebody. Sir Gert. Sir Berm. Sir Berm. Sir Gert. We'll be making a speech about the rights of the common estate. If you wish to listen, you better get inside quickly. Then you look at the great temple of the twins, the far end of the street. The pillar shines, the evening dusk above it. The temple gates are open and worshippers are flocking inside. There are too many people for an ordinary service. This must be something important. What do they preach here in the capital? Probably something I'm not going to be happy with. What do they say of the new faith and the teachings of the Patriarch Photis? Stop. When you hear a loud laughter, a group of young men dressed in colors of Imperial College have made the acquaintance of several lovely young girls. They are making their way down the road, united by merriment. One of the girls smiles at you. It's an invitation to join them. They turn the corner and walk away, but you can still hear their voices ringing and echoing through the street. A night of revelry and jolly, loud fun doesn't sound half bad. This is your first night in Eterna. No matter what you choose, you will remember it for a long time to come. This is not going to happen. No, we've already said screw the nobles. Except for that one chick. Whose handkerchief I still have. What if I meet her again later and I can return it to her? Okay. Thoughts going everywhere, but this is not really going to happen. I don't see this happening. I think we're going to listen to Arkwright's speech about the rights of commoners. That was random noises. You enter the establishment and find a free seat next to a group of well-dressed young men and women. Let me check my time. 13 minutes. Okay. Soon the hall fills with people packed wall to wall. A richly dressed elderly man with a tenacious gaze and a wrinkled forehead appears before the audience. Greg Arkwright. My name is Greg Arkwright, and I'm an industrialist. Gert. My name is Gert Arkwright, and I'm an industrialist from Ilaria. I should start off with a few short words about myself. It's kind of like he's got his tongue stuck to the roof of his mouth. Just like you, I was born in the common state. My father was a hard-working miner. The mine broke his back and he died of natural causes. My mother used to say that was his lot. You work, you endure, and you suffer. Well, now I'm the owner of 5 ore processing factories, and every day gets me thinking, how come a son of a run-of-the-mill miner and wealthy industrialist have come to live by the same lot? Tell me this now. Is it just and fair that a man who owns a factory has the same meager rights as an ordinary farmer? Hey, don't you be dissing farmers. Put you in the fields for a day or two. Even if you can afford good clothing, good food, and a good house like a nobleman, even if you live and stand closer to the nobles and farmers and think of the maidservants. The introduction sparks a debate. Most of the people in the hall side with Arkwright. Excuse me, Gert. Call my boy by his name, Gert. They say well-to-do people need not live by the commoner's lot. There are outcries defending the holy function of the lots, but they are quickly snuffed without support. But I don't necessarily know if I like this guy either. I feel like he's kind of haughty and kind of puffed up himself. It seems like he's only sticking up for people who do well for themselves and not for every man. For the first time in your life, you see people daring to defy their lot in public. Yeah, that's right, because that was not normal. Emotions soon begin to run high. More and more people shout with words of opposition to the current order of the empire. They argue that the industrialist merchants and other well-off people are no worse than the nobles and outrights to have their say and their own rights. Order, my people, order. Now is not the time to rebel. If you are thinking and itching for weapons, you should leave our company and proceed at the gallows on your own. We are here to work, to peaceful debate, a solution to this gross injustice, and then submit our solution to the great Imperial Council. All right, that's not too shabby. At the same time, who are you going to stick up for? The gathering ends in the small hours of the night. Majority come to agreement. Their ideas of the best solution to introduce a new social class separatist state would bear some of the nobles' rights and freedoms. Unfortunately, there are too few of us to even convince the Great Council that we have our proposals seen. But we'll not stop until we prove to the nobles and the Emperor that we are rabble no longer. You make your way... Ooh. Okay, my willpower's down to... Why did my willpower go down for that? I mean, I'm still ready for action, but I'd like to build that back up. I have a fear that now that I'm an adult, I'm going to need more willpower than ever before. But I've went up to clear speech, which is good. My manipulation is up to naive. It's been naive. Oh well. There are so many people in the land of the capital who defy the lots. How different are these people from the listless, lethargic people of Anazote? Think of Gloria before drifting off to sleep. She would have been overjoyed to be present at a gathering like this. I miss her. I'm so sad that we're not going to see her for a while, if we ever see her again. You have spent the last 3 days studying books, but today you decide to take a walk through the streets of Eterna. How are we doing on time? 18 minutes. I've only got time for one episode today because I got to go pick up my wife, who's, like I've said in the past couple of episodes, because it's still the same day. She's getting back from New York. She took a trip to New York with a close friend. It's been the last 3 days studying books, but today you decide to take a walk through the streets of Eterna. They are full of life as usual. Proceed to the square next to the lodging house. Procession of priests walks through the square. You notice that one of them holds a banner of the new faith and an open book. The same banner that was behind Patriarch Fotis on the day of his assassination. The crowd immediately gathers around them. People are looking at an icon painting on a small pedestal depicting a gray-haired man with glowing green eyes. You recognize that face. The face of the late Patriarch Fotis. A man with a thick beard appears, by the icon painting. His broad shoulders bear a white and gold cloak with a coat of arms and the capital province embroidered on it. He is Luke, Patriarch of Archnia. He casts a stern gaze over the crowd. I speak to all who live within the sight of the Shining Pillar. Exactly 1 year ago we lost Fotis, Patriarch of the Magra province, mentor of the new faith. Patriarch Fotis was the first to see the books of Isatias for nothing but the words of a man, not for the words of the twins themselves. He was the first to tell people to seek the path of the gods on their own hearts instead of blindly following the lots. To seek an answer to the lives of the twins and their own hearts, rather than the words of priests. Through Patriarch Fotis, we were able to see the truth. Through his death, we saw his words are not heresy. They are truth that used to be obscured by Issatius's lies. And now I bring good news. Patriarch Junius Diamond has seen to it that our teacher will be canonized as a saint. Yes, Junius Diamond, an Archnean from a great dynasty and patriarch of Astinia, has joined the new faith himself. And through this we hope that the entire empire will soon see that our doctrine is truth. We are free from the shackles of the lot, and we are equal before the twins. With each day more and more people hearken to the truth, and one day the entire empire will hear our call. So let us pray, my brothers. You guys go ahead and read through this. I'm skimming through it. I need to get some more water. All right. Sorry about that, my boys and girls. Boys and girls. Here we go. Recall the murder of the Patriarch Fotis a year ago. Seems more patriarchs share his doctrine now. Try to kill the church. See what happens. Church will grow. His diamond due to the new faith, the stunning of an Archnean from a great dynasty has sided with Fotis' doctrine and agreed to see everyone as equals under the twins. The new faith must be truly putting down roots. Good. Well, you don't look fun. Suddenly several figures appear by the podium. Figures clad in black with glinting silver on their sides. Inquisitors. They push the crowd and form a circle around Patriarch Luke. One of these priests rises before the crowd. He is clean-shaven, tall, with chiseled features. Everyone falls silent at the sight of him. Inquisitor speaks with a booming voice that can be heard by all.
I'm Father Ulrich. In the name of the twins and by my right as an Inquisitor, I order you to turn and leave. The words you are hearing are full of lies Patriarch Luke has set out to poison your hearts and minds, and the Inquisition will not allow the heresy to spread. If you got a frickin' Inquisition, you're on the wrong side. The only true path in life is the will of the twins. Life offers us no other choice. You are hereby ordered to disperse at once.
Most people leave the square immediately. Few wait to get involved with the Inquisition. Few want to get involved with the Inquisition. Some people stay, however. And some even shout angrily, "We want to listen to Luke. He is Patriarch of Archnia, and he has more to say. Get away from our sermon, old believers. We will not listen to you and your hoary old lies about the lots."
Inquisitors, bring those who may yet listen back to their lots, and leave the others to the champions of faith.
The black-clad Inquisitors descend from the podium and approach the people who choose to stay. With nothing but their words, they make the people stop shouting and start listening. The uproar ceases quickly. They have dissected the crowd, split into smaller groups that surround each Inquisitor. One of the Inquisitors chooses to approach you. He is a humble-looking man of age with a rough haircut. He looks you straight in the eyes as his lively soulful voice forces you to listen to his words despite yourself. "My name is Father Jeremiah. I know your thoughts were stirred by the Patriarch's words. You are not sure whom to trust, but I teach at the seminary. I have been studying the teachings of the twins my entire life. You can trust me. I know you can hear what I have to say. I see their light is in your eyes, the light of the true faith. Will you listen to my counsel, son?" You feel no malice in these words. Inquisitor Jeremiah. Only hope. It is his lot to aid you, to guide you away from his error, or from error, and to set you on the path of the true faith. He is a priest, so he should know the truth. Or perhaps the Inquisitor himself is in the wrong. He's not going to really listen because this is very persuasive to him, and, our questions haven't been answered. I don't know that he would resist him, but he might debate him. I feel like this is the most likely solution for Burmp. You start debating the Inquisitor, muttering all your knowledge and awareness of the new faith. The lots are in error introduced by Isatias. They are incorrect, obsolete, and contrary to the way of the modern empire. Oh gosh, what voice did I just give you? Oh yeah, Ish.
Please hear me, my son. These difficult times, people live of your estate are the ones tormented by doubt. Your lot is suffering, but not all of you are ready to suffer. Some of you turn to guile and cunning to avoid it, and they end up in eternity's embrace at the foot of the pillar. Please understand, your lot requires humility. Suffering is inevitable, and so is doubt. Each of them may temper your soul, yet it may also destroy it. But know this, if you have any doubts, you are always welcome at the temple. No priest will turn you away in a moment of weakness. This is why we exist, to fortify the faith in the hearts of the people, to bring the word of the twins to those who have gone astray.
Okay, you answered no questions so far.
Notice, the Inquisition does not imprison everyone suspect of heresy. We exist to protect the souls, to guide and save them. We pursue dangerous doctrines and seek to rescue every soul we meet.
You're more of a governmental force than you are a force of the church.
Arrest or execution is our last resort, resorted for only sinners beyond redemption. You can see I am merely speaking to you right now. I have not resorted to force, nor am I giving you any orders. Do not resist this, but rather consider the following. Did the Patriarch speak the truth?
I believe so. Your answer that Luke's sermon was far more convincing than Father Jeremiah's words. Yes! Exactly! Everyone blindly heeds the writing of Isatias, who is but one man who decided he had the right to define the lives of the generations to come. But people have the right to free will, you say. They have the right to choose their destiny and to bear the burden of their choice. Father Jeremiah sighs in response.
It saddens me to hear that you've been led astray so easily. You are young, and you should seek to learn the truth on your own. If you truly believe you can interpret the will of the gods, perhaps you should become a priest yourself. That's right, in order to understand the words of the people you disagree with, then you must become one of us, exactly like us. No. If you go to the Divine Seminary and prove you deserve the lot of the clergy, you will be accepted. I teach there, and I am always happy to see students of considerable talent, even if they have been led astray. But for now, you should leave this place. You will learn nothing by facing the champions of faith.
With this, Father Jeremiah leaves you and proceeds further. I hope he comes back, because I appreciate his approach. I also enjoy the voice a little bit. Alright, you guys can read the rest of that. But basically, we got the dispersion here. I gained some speech. That's good. Family sent you to earn a noble title, but you have an opportunity to become a priest of the old faith or the new. If you see your destiny in service to the gods, no one has the right to stand in your way. Yep. Alright. The advance of the new faith. Patriarch Luke's sermons have converted many commoners and the nobles of the mantle to the new faith. There are now several temples in Eterna that follow the new canons with Luke's blessing. This has led to no small amount of anger among the followers of the Old Faith. 2 mighty bishops of the church lead the new faith. It seems like right now the new faith is not, what's that word that I'm looking for? They're not, revoltish is not the word I'm looking for, but it is the sentiment I'm looking for. But they've not started the violence. Now, if violence is brought into the question, then yes, I think they will get very, very violent and very nasty. But like right now, if it just swapped from the old faith to the new faith, I think it would be very peaceful and very calm. Because it doesn't seem like the new faith wants bloodshed right now. Every sermon adding to the new faith's flock. Yep. Other leaders of the new faith is Junius Diamant. Hailing from the great Archnean dynasty, he is the de facto ruler of Asthenia province, adorned by his subjects, founded the Holy New Order. Diamant rarely preaches, but the people believe that the Asthenian patriarch attends to the needs of all who convert to the new faith. Okay. Schism with the church is growing. The split is further divided between the commoners and the nobles, so thankfully there's been no direct conflict as of yet. But who's going to start it? Because it will come. It's become clear that it stopped at the advance of the new faith, born from the death of Patriarch Fotis, to grow stronger by the day. Alright. Schism is increasing. Alright, so I do think that we are stepping into... I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of say in this. But the way I've built so far, we'll see. The city that never sleeps. If I can, because I'm, yeah, I don't have a lot of, I've got some willpower, but not a lot. I'd like to build that up. Grow more and more exhausted with each passing day, so much so that one night you fall asleep while studying another book. When you finally come to, you decide it's high time to get some recreation outside. Yeah, that should help my willpower. The city of Eterna amazes you as you stroll through the splendid streets. It's another night at a different night, yet the city is beautiful still. The shining pillar is a slice of light against the dark sky. The lamp that faces the capital are lit. Night descends on the capital. You don't feel like going back to your books tonight. That's fine. Recently, you made the acquaintance of several young men. They are children of the nobles of Mantle, just like you, sent to the capital to earn their noble titles at the college. You decide to seek them out. Your new friends are having a late dinner on the street next over, loudly discussing their plans for the night. Some speak eagerly of a dueling club where you can see the most skilled and ardent duelers in the Empire doing what they do best. Never seen professional duelers fight. It must be far more exciting than Father's fencing lessons or that fight in the ruins of Anazote. And if luck favors you, perhaps even you can make some useful contacts among the noble families in the capital. The others try to convince the rest to take a trip to a certain secret saloon. The establishment is expecting guests tonight, they say. A young lady who speaks about the true state of affairs in the Empire. There are many questions about the nature of the place and the identity of the mysterious speaker, but the young men have only one answer. This could be that lady from earlier. This could be like that weird lady that was near the tree. However, they can take you there as long as you aren't afraid to learn a dangerous truth. See, that sounds interesting. The others, still drinking their fill of wine, rather than eating, fencing to say speech is nonsense. Place you ought to go tonight, they claim, is the Markian Society communist state, but Uncommon Opinions offers pleasures for everyone, pleasures of the palate, pleasures of the drink, pleasures of the flesh. This is not heresy and a crime, perhaps, and yet some of the newfound friends are eager to go there. I don't know anybody yet. The group splits into 3 to spend the night as they see fit. No, he's gonna do one of these two. I feel like I'm gonna become a priest of the new faith. The city that never sleeps. Oh yeah, that's still the secret salon is an unremarkable wooden building down the alleyway, a few blocks from the great temple of the twins. A couple of tough, taciturn fellows in the door eye you at the door eye you suspiciously. Their faces obscured by the hoods. One of the newfound friends turns to them, and you are allowed inside. Inner rooms are stuffy and overcrowded. All the petitioners removed, making room for more people. There's a raised platform next to one of the walls. There are benches around that are occupied by the commonest stay, most of them modestly dressed. There are artisans, tinkers, street vendors, students, yet you think that some of them are wealthy, and you see that some of them are wealthy and impeccably dressed. A mop-headed young man dressed like a low-ranking clerk appears on the stage. He claps to attract the public's attention, gets the house quiet, reads you a series of pamphlets condemning the supreme authorities of the empire and their obsolete rule. A group of young men appear on the stage, their faces covered in blue paint. They perform a derisive play entitled A Day in the Life of the Tempest. Performances are many, but their goal is always the same. They all claim the empire is stuck in the past and has to change. And finally, another voice accusation. A young girl appears on the stage, and the crowd immediately grows silent. This is her, the mysterious guest. Who are you? From the crowd, you see some sort of center figure, and those familiar. It's Sophia. Sophia! I didn't think I'd see you this soon. I have to ditch your voice now, don't I?
Brothers and sisters, you all come to this place because you know deep in your hearts.
It's Sophia, it's the girl who used to live next door that you freaking died for! Almost died for twice! She's grown up so much since you've last seen her. But what is she doing here? Before Sophia ever finishes her first sentence, a short man in a shabby jacket jumps onto the stage. He flashes a badge and screams to the crowd,
Nobody knows! You're all under arrest as accomplices to the insurrection against the Empire!
Oh no, barge into the house, swords and crossbows glint in the dim light. First there's confusion, then panic, screams of fear and outrage fill the hall. Sophia's already gone, you can barely hear cries of demanding that you stay where you are. People are starting to push against the, I'm gonna try to get this right. Gendarmes? Whatever, I don't care. Against the doors, against the windows, the din is deafening. Only one thought remains in your mind. You have to run away as fast as you can. Oof. You push your way to the furthest window in the hall. A hand grabs you by the sleeve of your jacket. You try to pull off without looking and keep pushing forward. The expensive jacket starts to tear at the shoulder. Window frame breaks and falls outside. You drop down after it. Shards of glass bite into your hands, but you barely feel the pain. You will have time to feel it later, but now you need to run. You run and dodge and weave through the alleyways before finally heading for the lodge house. Your heart is racing, your hands are shaking, blood is dripping from the cuts on your arms. You have no idea what happened to the people who were arrested. Ooh. Alright. Well, this is one of the ones that I wanted to increase a little bit. Sophia going to say, was she arrested too? There's so many questions, but you drift off into a restless sleep. All right. And after this part, we're going to call it quits. You are on your way to the largest library in Eterna to study for your entry exams. It is right next to the college. Streets are full of people. Everybody is excited. You hesitate for a few seconds and let your curiosity get the better of you and head towards the place where you will soon study. Before you hear the shouting, the great chancellor is about to give a speech about the future of the empire. Cannot possibly miss this. You mix with the crowd and soon find a convenient place to listen and watch what is about to unfold. On the steps of the college, you see a small tribune guarded by 2 Archneans armed with swords. This is the first time that you have ever seen an Archnean standing guard, let alone 2 of them. Doors of the college open to reveal a stately Archnean surrounded by an honor guard. Is it he, Cornelius Tempest, Great Chancellor of the Empire's younger brother, the Emperor himself? Ooh, shoot! Okay, so, turns out the Tribune Castle on Oxford Square is full of people in awe and utter silence. Okay. Long ago, humans witnessed the Ocnians' arrival. I'm gonna do a regular voice, because I won't forget it as easily then. And that way I won't kill my throat anymore. The two nations built the empire side by side. Provinces joined us by one by one, and Magra was the final province to attain the absolute might and majesty of the blessed Ocnian Empire. Yet there was another great event long before that, 1,000 years ago. The twins had graced us with their presence. Okay. With their arrival, the twins granted us their will. They showed us their love and their law, and they granted us knowledge of what awaits us in the hereafter. They chose the dynasty of the Tempest to rule the empire, and from that day forth, our dynasty has ruled this land, ordained by the gods themselves. However, it is our duty to the twins to not seek power for power's sake, but to rather lead the empire to further prosperity. And so the Great Imperial Council is soon to review and adopt a set of laws called the Creed. Under the Creed, all estates will be granted rights. Under the Creed, there will be one law for all Imperial citizens to obey. Human or Ocnian, from the lowest commoner to the Emperor himself. This is fun. The strife among the estates will end. A single law will resolve all of our quarrels. Glory to the Empire! The Great Chancellor throws his arms into the air. The crowd murmurs and applauds in approval. Cornelius Tempest casts another look over the crowds and leaves. Wow. Crowd disperses. The sounds of agitated discussion are everywhere. Is it true that the Emperor's dynasty seeks to grant equal rights to all estates? Well, what will happen to the Emperor then? Ooh. Well, we want to keep it away from a reign of terror. Oh no. What time do we have? 43 minutes. I have to. It's Sophia. I have to. I literally died for this girl. I have to. Oh my goodness, I have to. Okay. It's early in the morning. I still got a little bit of time. You've been awake since sunrise studying. There's a knock at the door. There's a letter from home or a hotel servant. You open the door and freeze, stunned. She looks so angry. I didn't think this was the route that your life was going to take. Hello, Brante. Before you stands Sophia, the girl who used to live next door. She's all grown up now. She looks so different. But you would always recognize those blue eyes, no matter what. You gesture for her to come in. Sophia enters the room and glances around, sits in an armchair. You eye the girl you used to know as you sit across from her. But the young woman you see now has little in common with the girl you used to know. There's a cold steel in the way that she looks at things. Her hair is cut short. But what is she doing here?
I can explain. I've been living in Eterna for a long time now, ever since I ran from Anazote. I've heard the other day that you left the capital and to get into some college, the college. So I found you. Here I am.
You ask how Sophia learned about your arrival and where you were staying. She answers your questions with an enigmatic smile.
We'll get to that later.
Right now I want to see how much you've changed since last we saw each other. As for me, I've changed a lot. I'm a whole different person now. Which concerns me because, like, I ain't changing no crapping bit. Burp still fight a horse. Burp fight a horse head on. Burp don't give no craps about nobody. Burp is no different. You look away as you recall your previous encounter back when Sophia ran away from her Arcanian master. Sophia chuckles as she continues. Would you like to know what happened next? I traveled through the entire empire all alone. I had nothing. My journey ended only when I reached this place. The capital, with all its important people and events. This is the heart of the empire. It's a place where I can make a difference. I've made friends here, found people I can truly call my family. I even got an education of sorts. I have a purpose now. I fight against injustice. What injustice? I fight against the lots. That's fair. I fight for those who treat our lives like mud on the pavement. That's fair. Okay, now that you've clarified, fair. And no, I'm not afraid to tell you that. I came here for a good reason. I need help. I know you. I have faith in your good heart, and besides, this is also about the Imperial College you want to enroll in. There's a scholar there by the name of Bartholomew Dextra. He teaches natural sciences at the college, so he is going to be a mad scientist voice. Dextra is an old man, but he's quite progressive. He'll stop at nothing to advance the science and acquire new knowledge. As you know, only second-generation nobles or above are allowed to teach at the college, but Dextra, he's a commoner. He forged his patent of nobility to get a position at the college. But the secret chancellery recently learned of this. Dextra is about to face true death for this forgery. But how is that justice? A man wants to teach people, and for this they are going to take all his lives. They're going to punish him for the crime of being born into the wrong estate. It's evil and obscene, and I will not stand for it. Dextra deserves to be rescued. Teach me how to frickin' fight and I'm in, because, like, I can't fight worth crap. Look at this. Look at this. You want to see this? Where's it at? Yeah, I'm freaking weak in battle. I've got a 7. I'm not even mediocre. I know nothing. I scrap, but I don't scrap good. I fight horses and lose. So you better teach me how to fight, but I'm in. I don't want to put anyone in danger, so I need your help. You're from a rich family. You're almost a noble. If you help me get Dextra out of the city, nobody will suspect anything. No one will know, and the scholar will live on to continue his research elsewhere, far away from the secret chancellery. Will you help me? Let's frickin' do it, girl! However... What the... No. No. Wait. I didn't turn her over. But yeah, I am frickin' here to help her. I didn't read. You can feel perplexed by Sophia's sudden request. She's asking you to break Imperial law and undermine his work. You need to do something for me here, too, because, like, I ain't done nothing but help you at this point. Dexter's a fake noble. He's resorted to lies and deceit. Who gives a crap about that? Blue eyes are studying me. Them blue eyes are going to be eyeballing me all over because I'm not helping out. This is going to exhaust my willpower again, isn't it? Can you change to even a half smile? Promise to help Sophia. Bartholomew Dexter does not deserve this. He has to leave the capital. She can count on you. I knew I could count on you. Then we must act at once. There's no time to waste. Dexter is to be arrested tomorrow. Here's his address. Go there as soon as the sun sets. No one will suspect you. Dexter often tutors young men from the college entrance exams. Tell him the owl sent you. Use the back door to get out. A carriage will drive up to the backyard. The driver will hoot like an owl. He'll take you to the south gate. If the guards stop the carriage, just talk your way out of it. I'm a smooth talker now. That's right, I'm a smooth talker. I got some eloquence. You're outside the city. Dexter will ride away in a different carriage. You'll go back the way you came, and I'll meet you in Majesty Square. You go, girl. I'm in. You nod to her words, and your hands start to shake. You are about to go against the Secret Chancellery, and don't give a crap. Let's remember who we're talking about. We're talking about Brante. When the sun sets, you leave the lodging house, and walk quickly, glancing over your shoulders to Dexter's house and meet somewhere around here. You find the place. A genteel old man opens the door, his face covered in wrinkles, his shoulders are stooped, and his eyes are sharp and lively. Bartholomew Dextra looks at you for a moment, then asks why you've paid him a visit. You tell him you want to enroll in the college and are looking for a tutor. Dexter tells you and invites you inside. Once you make sure nobody else see or hear you, whisper about the real reason you came for the visit. Chancellor will be coming to leave now to escape true death. Dexter freezes and turns to you. How do you know about him and the Secret Chancellery? You tell him the owl sent you and is provided for your escape. As for the Secret Chancellery, they want him for forging a patent of nobility. The moment you utter Sophia's name, the lecturer calms down and starts packing for the journey. You watch him distractedly and notice that he lives in a rather austere fashion. It doesn't take him long to pack. Oh, I'm so sad that I haven't done his voice. I had a whole character prepared. Oh, man. He was going to be like,
Oh, you see? Oh, I know of this plot to overturn. Oh, a couple of the ancient texts, you see? Back in the day, it's going to be something like that.
but I can't use it because he has no speaking parts. All right, you see the carriage there. The driver hoots and you can quietly get in. The carriage rolls down the road. There's tense silence, closed off space inside the carriage. The scholars writing his hands anxiously. Carriage windows. You see the massive, frickin'. You're almost outside the city, but then a loud voice says, "Halt!" Driver obediently halts the carriage. Two of these frickin' dudes approach you. Leave the carriage to face the frickin' dudes before they can get a peek inside the carriage. They look you over and ask what you are doing so late of night. Tell them you're the son of a judge in Magron, you're here to enroll in college, and right now you wish to visit the estate of a newfound friend. To convince them further, you mention the name of a noble son that you have become friendly with. The frickin' freaks release the carriage and wish you a pleasant trip. Glad I didn't have to make any more decisions there. You drive along the high road until you encounter a peasant wagon. Dexter will take it to seek refuge away from the capital. Before the two of you part ways, he pats you on the shoulder and says,
You have been truly brave indeed. Oh, you see, I recall a man back in one of the books that I read a couple of years ago. It was written in the times of the Stone Age. It was written on multiple tablets and formed together over the years. I happen to be related to one of the men who put the book together into a form of a paperback copy. I wanted to do it. I was so pumped for it. I'm going to make this crap up. Man, I said this was going to be a short episode, but here I go. Return to the city without incident. You find Sophia in Majesty Square as agreed, sitting on a bench by a streetlight, reading a book of some sort. She closes the book when she sees you and offers you her hand. So did everything go according to plan? You nod. Then we've earned ourselves a bit of free time. Let's go. You set off on a walk through the maze of narrow back streets. Finally have some time for questions. What happened to Sophia over the past 2 years? She was just a girl before, a servant. How is she now a revolutionary? She smiles sadly. You've seen what I can do. I'm not just a girl. The Inquisition caught up with me when I ran away from Anazote. I headed up to the House of Humility, a dreadful place. I got collared. Do you know how it feels to lose your free will? Lose everything that makes you, you. This makes sense, actually.
now that I know your story, you really, in fighting against your life of suffering, you've still lived a life of suffering. This is so sad. She unclasps the tall shirt collar that's been hiding on her neck all this time, and you see the round mark from the anti-magic collar.
They say a scar like this will remain even after a lesser death. But I got lucky. Patriarch Junius Diamond saved me. Diamond took me and the other mages from the House of Humility and removed our collars. He made me one of his attendants. He taught me that there are no lots. He told me that I'm like this not because I'm a freak, but because it's my nature. He told me that I can find a path to the twins, like anyone else in the world. And then I was taken. I got out on my own. I found my own lot, to protect the common people from the noble yoke, to help the others who are as unlucky as I am, to fight for a different world, a world where everyone has equal rights, a world where mages don't get robbed of their will just because of one aspect of their birth, a world where the nobles no longer tread on the commoners. Yes, this is our dream, but we're still so far away from it. But I will keep moving towards it, and I'll stop at nothing. A strange, distorted expression appears on Sophia's face, but she quickly returns to normal. A little worried, but okay. You keep walking until you're at your lodging house again. For a moment, you just stand there looking at each other. Oh, and suddenly Sophia embraces you. For a moment, she remains still in your arms and whispers, "You should join my cause. If we work together, one day we will become a force to be reckoned with. I know you came here to find your way, but I'll never believe you really want to bind yourself to other people's laws and desires for the rest of your life. The path I walk is dangerous. It's almost hopeless. But it's worth living for. Think about it. Goodbye."
Okay, you don't owe me anything, but like, come on. Like, I've been busting my butt for you, girl. Maybe just like a, hey, how you doing? Just like a howdy who? Nothing? Nothing? Oh well. I am still weak in battle, but that built me up a good bit. And I have increased as a conspirator. I am not quite yet a dangerous one, but I'm getting close.
I will never forget that day. For it was then that I chose the path I would walk for the rest of my life.
Okay, here's where I'm going to stop for the day. We're going to take a break here, and I'll come back to this later. So, thank you guys for joining in. Mother of all secrets. We gotta finish this one first. Okay, thank you guys very much. I'll see you later. Peace out, deuces, bye, whatever you want to say.